all night long.
When politicians work all night long, funny things can happen, like the YMCA dance.
I have got change of shirt, and my staff has just come with gum and deodorant. It's not for me, it's for my colleagues. And toothpaste and a toothbrush.
Things are getting a little stale in there?
They're getting stale in there.
All those in favor of the motion will please rise.
That's bound to happen after more than 20 hours of votes. Because the votes were all about government spending, each one was a crucial confidence issue, meaning if the Liberals lost, it would trigger a federal election. So MPs got comfortable and made the best of it.
There's a lot of humor, a little bit of snoozing, a little bit of reading, a little bit of work. So,
A little bit of snoozing?
You know, you can't help but snooze after being up for 24 hours or so.
By now, you might be asking yourself, why was this all happening?
All we're asking for is a briefing. I prefer to have tucked my kids in last night.
The Conservatives want answers about Justin Trudeau's trip to India. Specifically, they want to know how a convicted attempted murderer got invited to a reception with the Prime Minister. The Conservatives say the Prime Minister's national security advisor told some journalists rogue elements in India may have orchestrated it. And they say politicians, not just journalists, should be able to ask questions too.
What capacity are
The government says not in public, only in the closed-door secret meetings of the Security Intelligence Committee.
That's the place where these questions should be raised.
The marathon of votes was intended to pressure the government to change its mind. But in the end, it was the Conservatives who gave up first.
I am prepared to soon withdraw many of our remaining motions to allow for staff and members of Parliament to get some rest.
They insist this was still worth it because it put the spotlight on these security questions.
We've been able to bring this not only to light, but also realize to what extent the Prime Minister is willing to cover it up.
Meaning there will still be plenty to debate once MPs have had some sleep.
Ready to go home to bed.
Catherine Cullen, CBC News, Ottawa.
This stonewalling will likely create a hefty overtime bill for taxpayers. Parliamentary services like the cafeteria and security staff, they must be available when the House is sitting. Though officials say those costs are already accounted for in the annual budget. Worth mentioning, though, that MPs won't earn more from their all-nighter. There's no OT on top of their $172,000 a year salaries.